Again. This one's going to be a little crazy. Um, I'm filling in things as I remember, things that I should have said before. Not that important, just maybe interesting. So, thanks for watching. Um, I gotta mention a few things about my marriage that I forgot to tell just because I'm trying to document my life for my kids and, so little things that might not interest you. Maybe they will. I don't know. But one vacation I forgot to tell was that Mark and I went to Hilton Head one time to the Holiday Inn there, which is a very nice resort. Uh, so that was another vacation we had. And we one time, oh, okay, I forgot to mention much about my brother, but he and his girlfriend um, arranged a vacation for us, and Mark and I went to and met them in Cape Hatteras. My brother, he knew that I had gone there camping so many times with my first husband, um, and he always wanted to go. So they rented a house and invited us to come, and we went, and that was real nice. It may have been in Nag's Head, which is on the way to Hatteras. We did go to Hatteras, which is the most awesome beach. I mean, it's just miles and miles of beach. Uh, so those are two things. And then also, my daughter got married during the time when I was um, lived with my mother in this apartment in Alpharetta, and Mark was away out of the country. Um, Gotta say, it was sad because um, my daughter, she and Mark bonded so well, and she always said that she wanted him to walk her down the aisle when she got married, rather than her real dad. Um, Turns out that he wasn't even around when she got married, and there was no aisle. They got married in Hawaii and didn't. They just wanted to do it on their own. No family. Nobody went with them. And I had the reception at the Crown Plaza, my company. I got a good rate and all, had a beautiful reception at the Crown Plaza. And her real dad, Bob, was able to come, and, he danced the daddy daughter dance with her. Um, Van Morrison moon dance, I remember. And so that was very nice. It was way more than I could afford, and but I did it, had to do that, and it was good at that time anyway. um, so also, I'm gonna mention a crazy thing. Oh, okay. One time when we went to a beach vacation, I don't remember which one, when I was with Mark, I gotta say that one time we went out, he was with his friend, like from when he was a kid, his good friend who was the best man at our wedding, and his wife. And we went out on jet skis with, so two couples going out on jet skis into the ocean. And man, he took off like a bat out of hell. And I went like, woo, up off of my seat, slammed down on my butt. I really injured myself at that time. Didn't realize it till later, but man, I think I really seriously injured myself because to this day I have problems with my lower back and my tailbone and all of that, comes and goes, but I think that's when it happened. Uh, and um, okay, also I mentioned about my side business that I had, my EcoQuest side business with the air purifiers. And the one lady, the one that was most interested in possibly becoming a distributor like me, a dealer, whatever you call it, from my job. Um, so she and I went to the headquarters of this company in Tennessee. I drove, and it was quite a adventure for us, you know. I didn't know this girl that well. I just knew her from my job, Pam. She was a sweetheart. Anyway, we drove up to Tennessee and stayed in a hotel, Holiday Inn, no doubt. And I remember it was so funny because I brought a bottle of wine and we had the hardest time opening that bottle of wine. We didn't have good corks. We had one of those corkscrews that you have to like really pull it out. We had the hardest time opening that bottle. Finally, she got it. So determined. And we spent the whole weekend going to the seminars, meeting all the important people, and learning more about the products and everything. It was very interesting seeing the corporate office there and all. It was all good. And Pam and I, you know, we really bonded. You know, of course, you can imagine we spent the whole weekend in the same room together in the car and everything. And, you know, we were always close after that. That was cool. I wish you would come. Pam, if you're watching, you got to come visit me. You know, you're one person that I could live with, I think. You know, you come and live with me, it'd be fine. So, let's see. Okay, also during the time when I was still with Mark, this is a crazy thing, and you're gonna think I'm really nuts for sharing this, but what the heck? You know, I've shared so many other things. So this is just a interesting thing. You're not gonna gain much from it, except if you've never been there. I know most of my friends have never done this, so I guess it's a little unusual experience. But Mark took me to a sex club in Florida on one of our vacations. We were down there, and it was this it was like a house, and it cost, I remember it was like $50 to get in, maybe for each of us or for the couple, I don't know. What the heck? Oh my goodness. Wait a second. Sorry, I got this thing popped up. I hate that. Something popped up on my computer. Gotta close it out. Okay. Nope. Darn. Oh, that was bad. So, the sex club. I know you stuck with me because you want to hear this. So, it was couples night. Um, and that was a good thing. You know, I felt more comfortable going on couples night because everybody comes in with a partner. It's not like they're looking to get with somebody, right? So we went in, and first there's a bar and little tables, and you know, so we had a drink first, and they gave us a towel, a big oversized towel, you know, like a beach towel, and they told us that once we left that room, we had to take our clothes off, and we could, you know, cover up with a towel if we wanted to. And so we had a drink, and then we went out of the room. Yeah, we took our clothes off. I wrapped the towel around, you know, from my chest, and he put his around his waist. And next room there was a jacuzzi, and it was full of people, like six or eight, probably eight people in the jacuzzi, and they weren't having sex, they were just in there talking. And we skipped that, and we went on, and then there's a big living room with a great big sectional couch um, that wrapped around the whole room. And so we just kind of sat down, and we're just kind of observing everybody. You know, it was early in the evening, so people are coming in. And I got to tell you, okay, so we were in our 40s, and we were probably maybe the oldest there. I didn't see anybody that looked underage. Mostly everybody looked like they were in their 20s or 30s. Um, it was weird, you know. I mean, I still had my towel wrapped around me, and So people came in and everybody's just friendly, talking to you just like, anybody being friendly, not talking about sex or anything, just, you know, I remember this one young couple, probably in their 20s, came up, and I gotta say also, just because you're curious, right, that most of them, now this was in the 90s, most of them were not shaved. This one couple, they had a very interesting kind of design shave down there, you know. Anyway, they were like in their 20s, and they came and stood right in front of us, naked, and just started talking to us like so friendly. We could have been their parents, we were old enough, I think. But they just started talking to us like, hey, hi, they introduced themselves. They said, oh, I haven't seen you here before. We come every Friday, and they were just real nice, friendly young people. It was really strange. Um, and then uh, this other couple came in right in the door, right? I mean, they didn't waste any time. They just came in, laid right down in the middle of the floor, and just went at it. And that was the first, only ones that I actually saw having sex. And everybody else pretty much ignored them, you know? I mean, they weren't doing anything odd or strange or anything like that. Um, they just wanted everybody to see them, I guess. uh, so anyway, I remember I had to go to the bathroom. So it's like a regular house. So found the bathroom, and outside of the bathroom there was a sofa. Because the bathroom was only for one, regular like in a house type of bathroom. So there was a little sofa out there, I guess, if you're waiting, right? And there was a young lady out there on the sofa, stark naked, and with her legs like spread wide open. You couldn't see anything because she had the bush going on. I mean, the big bush. But anyway, she's there laying there with her legs spread wide open, and I went in to go to the bathroom, and when I came out, she's talking to my husband, but I was just wanted to crack up because, it was just so comical. I thought the way she was posed, And again, they're just talking like about the weather or whatever the time of day. Um, it was strange. So then we went, and then they had these private places that you could go, um, beds, but in between, like every bed was just like a full size bed, I guess. Not real big, not too real small, but just a full size bed. And then they had curtains around each bed so you could have privacy, right? But the beds were almost right next to each other, but there was a curtain in between every bed. So I guess the idea was if you wanted to open the curtain, you could, right? And you wanted privacy, you could close it. So Mark brought me in there and we closed the curtains, and we're doing our thing. And then a couple popped their heads in and asked if they could join us. And Mark looked at me like, what do you think? And I just said, no, no, thank you. So they left. And then a little while later, another couple, same thing, popped their head in. Hi, can we join you? And we said, no, thank you. And that was pretty much it. Nothing else happened. And it was very interesting. It wasn't a bad experience, nothing real ugly or horrible happened. They were all couples that came in together. I felt good about that. Everybody had manners, was polite, and it was just very interesting to me. I think Mark took me there to test me to see if I liked that kind of thing or not, and we never went back again because it wasn't really my thing. But I didn't mind going that one time. It was cool. If you're into that, if you want somebody to watch you or you want to watch somebody, that's a safe, good way to do it, I guess, right? So what the heck? Okay, so let's move on. Then in my last episodes, um, I talked about I'm living with my mom now in an apartment. We're divorced, and I hung on for 2 years, and then I had to file bankruptcy because we had split our debt, and we split our possessions as far as furniture and stuff goes, and we split the debt, and I tried to pay it off. I had 3 credit cards racked up, and the smallest one, I actually paid off. The second one, I paid down, and then they settled with me. The third one, and I'll name it, it was Citibank, refused to settle, and they forced me into bankruptcy because there was no way. They had jacked up the interest to like 35%, whatever it is, the highest. And you know, I was pouring money trying to, you know, pay it off. I hated to file bankruptcy, but it got to the point with that kind of interest, in my salary, it was just ridiculous. I was never going to be able to pay it off. So I did file bankruptcy thanks to Chase Manhattan Bank credit card, the only one that wouldn't settle, wouldn't help me out. And uh, so when my mother turned 80, we had a big party for her, 80 years old. All my friends came, and I told everybody to bring plants because she loved plants and flowers, and they did that, and that was real nice. And I bought I felt like she needed a hobby. She didn't want to go anywhere, didn't want to do anything, and there was nothing really within walking distance where we lived there. So I bought her candles. I mean the kit that she could make candles. I went to the Dollar Tree and got all these different neat little things that she could, turn into candles, little cups and things like that, little glass uh, or tin, whatever. And I bought this big kit so she could make soy candles, which are non-polluting, by the way. Uh, Regular candles are not good to be breathing in that petroleum, which they're made of and all. So I bought her this nice soy candle kit with the scents and all that, and I thought that would keep her occupied for a while and she could make pretty candles and maybe sell them and all. Well, she just acted like it was a chore, a job, and she just one day like made them all, like 100 candles in one day, like it was like she's in the factory, which she was used to working in all her life, right? She's in the factory making candles, didn't really care about, making them different and different colors and different scents and whatever. She just was pouring them out, did them all. So that didn't work so good. I still have a whole box of them in my closet. Um, so I did actually, after I told you the meeting and the dating with the one guy, the first guy I dated after my divorce, how horrible that turned out, put me literally in the mental hospital. Um, and I gotta say, after that, also my health. My health got really bad at this time. My arthritis was bad. I had my menopause. I was having horrible hot flashes, and I got high blood pressure. I was on medication for high blood pressure, and I also was able to get off that in 2 years. It was just from stress from after the divorce and what happened with that first guy that I had a relationship with. It was too much stress, caused me to have high blood pressure. After 2 years, I just decided, because on the medication, my blood pressure was always good. So I bought a cuff and I decided on my own to just go off the meds and I would just check my blood pressure often, and I did, and it was good again. So I stopped taking them, stopped taking the Prozac after 2 years. I was just on the arthritis medication. That's all I was doing. And then I signed up on the Match.com and I had a few dates. I met one guy who I really liked him. I think he was good for me. We had a good time. He had a nice little house. We dated for a couple months. And then he and I and my daughter, well, I actually already had this, I planned this vacation with my daughter to go to Hilton Head, or no, Destin. Had a plan with my daughter to go to Destin, and I was starting to date him, so I asked him if he wanted to come with us. It was okay with my daughter. So he came with us for the road trip, and I got the Holiday Inn there, right on the beach. Turned out to have the algae, the red tide. It was horrible. The red tide, I was so allergic to it, I couldn't even go on the beach. It was horrible, and it was bothering him a lot too. And we couldn't even enjoy the beach. The Holiday Inn was right on the beach, and we couldn't even walk on the beach because it just made me cough and gag. It was so bad. And I never wanted to go to Destin after that again. I think I might have once. Um, I don't know if it was same time or another time, but her boyfriend, fiance, who she married, his family had a condo. They rented a condo there, and we did go visit them one time. I don't know if it was same time or another time. I forget. Doesn't matter. Um. Anyway, I liked that guy. Probably should have stayed with him. But what happened was I met another one, and I'm going to tell you about him next time. So thanks for watching this kind of crazy episode here. And I think next time, well, next time I'm just going to tell you about the next guy. And um, he was a big part of my life, big influence on me. So thanks for watching. Thanks for being there. I love talking to you. Take care. God bless.